That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
For the energy, I ain't worried, give a fuck about the enemy. Beat his ass, got him thinking it was 10 of me. That's why tonight I'm on the way.
Hey, y'all, check it out. Y'all already joining That's What I Said podcast, live and direct on all streaming platforms tonight. We're going to talk about something I think we should all be talking about and having a conversation about. But let me ask you a question. Why is open banking trending? Do you even know what open banking is? Are we about to have that conversation? Y'all better be ready, because I am. Let's do this thing.
Can't believe it till they see it, that's a sad truth. Hey, I'll be
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filters. This broadcast starts now.
What up? What's good? Everybody enjoying that Tuesday, I hope. I know I am. How about you, babe?
What's good, what's good, what's good? Thanks for tapping in and tuning in and joining us this evening. Let's get it going.
Yeah, so y'all done catch the new intro. Y'all got to check it out. It's a work in progress.
Don't forget to go like, share, purchase some merch.
Yeah, do that.
We definitely gotta put a shout out to the merch page that you created.
Yeah, let me do some housekeeping in the background. I definitely want to talk about the merch before we get started tonight, because I did, for those that are following and listening to the podcast, I did launch merch. I released it, and it is already, doing its thing. It is literally, it's really taking off, actually. I mean,
I was just about to say, it's starting to take off.
It really is, and it's funny because literally I was trying to, figure out the best way to, launch and all this other stuff. And I was just like, forget it. Let's just do it. And I did it. And literally it has been traffic ever since last week. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in and taking the time to listen to That's What I Said and support.
Right. Exactly.
That in itself is like, man, I appreciate it so much. So I'm putting the link for the store in the Facebook Live comments. So make sure that you click that link, go get the merch, check it out, and it will definitely it's different. I'll put it like that. It is different.
Yeah, very different.
So I try to be creative as much as I could. So the Printify pop-up, excuse me, my Printify pop-up store link is in the comments. So please, matter of fact, let me pin it. Let me pin it because, it's not showing on my live. You don't see it on your live either?
Mm-mm.
I don't either. That's weird. So I'm going to do this because I have to. So bear with me. Tonight's topic, when I told you, babe, what tonight's topic was, what was,
my first question?
Well, not really your first questions, but more so like what was you thinking? Like,
I never heard of open banking, so I immediately was like, let me go to Google University real quick to see if I can get at least a snippet of what it means.
Right.
Just to educate myself, quickly, or have at least a thought about what it is.
So after you did your research and...
Right. After I did my research, of course, me and you had a conversation.
And how did that go?
And I think the conversation went well because we were actually able to dialogue back and forth with each other and have a bit more of, open discussion on what, there it is, what open banking is and how, and what the benefits are in doing it, and what closed banking is. So, I mean, we really broadened our conversation just based off of, my
it wasn't broad. It wasn't a broad topic. We more expanded it than anything. I think when you do a podcast, you want to get your points and get to the point, and there it is. But I be transparent, and I tell pretty much anybody that does this, when you have a discussion, you don't want to lose people in the details. You
right.
You really want to allow them to have the conversation, be comfortable in that conversation, and just allow the topic to flow. Mm-hmm. I think with how I've been doing things for the last few years, I've done that and probably been a lot long-winded in certain instances. So to cut that down, I'm going to structure this podcast to be informational as well as educational.
Right, and we've been talking about it being information and educational for quite some time.
So,
at least to engage the audience and allow them to, listen to the podcast in its entirety.
Absolutely.
And pick up gems and get some knowledge and education from what we're speaking on.
Absolutely. And so to go within that format, tonight's topic, why is open bank trending? And the reason why I picked this topic in particular was I've heard open and closed so much within the crypto space that to me, I was like, there has to be a closed and open banking.
Right.
It has to be. Now, that's not what I say. I say centralized and decentralized. That's
just
where
different terminology.
Well, that's where you lose people because in what something is, they've heard the word before, but of course, the definition of that word still has the same meaning. However, it's applied to currency, or it's applied to finances, or whatever the case may be. So, just like centralized administration, centralized banking, centralized cryptocurrency, that's a closed system. Now, the reason why I say it's closed is because you have to be invited within, or you apply to go within, so that you can, use the services that they provide. Now, an open bank or open cryptocurrency or open banking, even in those conversations of saying decentralized,
Right.
which I, in my eyes, says is open because it's open for the people to be able to not only benefit from having said cryptocurrency or banking or whatever, but open means you have the ability to reach out to third-party providers that really, in all reality, and this is just me, they can customize your experience with, you know, whatever your financial needs are. It seems like those third parties meet your financial needs better, opposed to being restricted,
right,
in a closed environment where, say, you go to a closed bank, a bank that has corporate offices.
right.
Let's be real. Most of these banks, they have lawsuits. You've heard them be sued before.
Yeah.
The closed banks having a corporate office and everything, meaning that everything goes through them.
Yeah, it doesn't channel any further than just them.
Well,
you don't get the opportunity to.
It's like, okay,
go through another.
Yes and no.
Potential lender.
Yes and well, yes
it's
and
just them, though.
Right. It's them. It's really it's just them. So yes, the to me the bad part about that is that if that bank, I don't know, just all of a sudden wasn't worth what it was worth yesterday,
right?
People are going to have an issue. The issue that people are going to have is I can't trust my bank with the money that's in there, so I'm going to withdraw my money and put it somewhere else. This causes mass hysteria.
Yeah.
When people have these conversations on social media and you get, I don't know, 200-300 people,
right,
to go to their dang bank and withdraw all their money, that's going to cause a problem.
Right.
But that's what happens in a closed system. Excuse me. It happens in a closed system because even if the bank is decentralized, you're going to have competition.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like with anything. You're always going to have competition.
This is the problem. The competition in an open bank is with the ability to have financial service markets open to you. And it increases the competition as it's like driving is innovatively driving you to better financial markets or other financial markets that may fit your financial needs. And a lot of times it's still credit score driven, but it's not credit score restricted. Means there's still some parameters that you're going to have to meet. They may not be as strict as a closed bank, meaning that some of these open source programs or products may provide financial tools that can assist you even if you have a lower credit score than your bank is saying you have to be authorized payment. So I think it goes without saying that sometimes if you know better, you do better.
Right, right.
Now, I'm not saying that open banking is better than closed banking, nor am I saying is closed banking better than open banking. What I'm saying is these are the conversations you should be having with your significant other about what open banking is.
Right.
And see what they have that could probably put you in a better financial situation.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, if you're not in the greatest of finances.
And it's not even just that. It's just having the ability to be able to tap into a different market than the market that you're stuck in.
Yeah. So I guess I have a question then in reference to this open banking. Is it similar to, let's say you go to a car dealership? The car dealership typically starts with their financing, whomever owns them. Mm-hmm. And then if they can't seem to find the appropriate financing for you, they start looking for other lenders that could finance you. Mm-hmm. Is that, I guess, similar to the open banking piece that you're talking about right now, or have I gone in a rabbit hole?
You're deep in a rabbit hole.
Damn.
You're deep in a rabbit hole because
can I get my rabbit hole music?
I gotta play it because you started this shit.
I went there. I'm sorry. Shit.
I tried to be short tonight.
We will.
No, you rabbit hole music for a reason. But I think it's a good segue to just bring up this fact.
Okay.
Most dealerships have an accounting department.
Right.
Now, certain accountants want banks that are going to be able to approve people with certain credit scores. So their minimum credit score that they would absolutely just borderline approve you for,
right,
is with this bank.
Gotcha.
I'm going to be honest with you. Some of those banks are open banks. Okay.
So they have more products and services to be able to provide.
Not saying that you don't have to have a decent credit score, but you could have the minimal credit score. Say that you have to have, say, a 600.
Right.
And you have a 595.
Yeah. I'm sure they could do some wiggle room to...
Better yet, you have a 600.
Bring you in.
But that 600 is not what's going to get you, say, that particular car has their own finance department. It's not going to get you, like, the major financial departments, like BMW, things of those, that nature.
Right.
No, it's going to get you Santander.
And an APR.
HSBC.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to give you those.
Yeah.
That.
Random named places.
It's not even random name. It's just not a common name that you hear unless you got screwed up credit and somebody says, "Oh, you got a Santander is financing your car or whatever." People already have this assumption that your credit's fucked up.
Yeah.
When the reality is that it's an approval for this person to get a car.
Yeah.
And they signed it knowing what that APR is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that their bank is bad. All I'm saying is that they will loan out to those lower credit scores.
Gotcha.
With the higher APR and do what banks do. Make money off your money.
Right.
Because you basically are paying the bank back. They bought the car.
Yeah.
You're just paying them back.
Right.
So, to me, it goes without saying. Not saying that all banks, that's just one example that some banks will do to fit the customer's needs.
Yeah.
Because they went to their bank, and it might be, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Navy Federal, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And they couldn't get approved because, they didn't have the credit score.
Yeah.
But then this other company came about because they were looking and it was like, yeah, I think I could pay like 9%. No, motherfucker, you're going to pay 17.9.
Right.
And we want that down payment.
We going to give you this loan.
Mm-hmm.
But just now.
Just know that $4,000 you said you were going to put down.
Oh, you putting it down.
You putting it down. All of it. All of it.
You don't even get to keep $5.
So
or 5 cents.
This is, and it's going in that lane that I'm not going to go down, talking about credit. And the reason why I'm not going down that lane because with COVID and everybody starting businesses, I didn't see one graduation certificate from a college or nothing. Everybody's now credit repair experts and shit. Everybody knows about credit and everybody knows how to do that shit, but they still live in an apartment. Stop that shit. Please stop that. Don't just get on the bandwagon of telling people how you can improve your credit as a hustle. Unless you actually do this for a living, get profitable monetization from it because you help people, or you just the in-between to the actual company that's doing it and you're getting the residuals for it, or are you actually pushing something that's going to benefit people in the long run that has all these services,
right,
or all these other services, or added additions to, or whatever the case may be. It's like people are monetizing off of credit. And the reason why I don't want to talk about it is because I can hurt people's feelings with the reality of just getting your credit back on track.
Yeah.
And the reason why I can hurt feelings is because it's a you thing. And if you don't want to take care of it, you can't complain about it.
Yep.
Like you just can't. So
that's true. That's very true. Because you got yourself in that situation.
9 times out of 10.
And you need to fix it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need to be more stringent in what you're doing.
I put it like this. Open banks have this ability to allow third-party providers access to their customer data so that they can create new products, based on that data to service that community. Banks don't do that shit.
No.
Closed banks don't do that.
No, they don't.
This is our standard.
Yep.
That's
Here's
the benefits.
what it is.
Here's the benefits that you get.
Right. And that's it.
And
nothing else.
None of those benefits is growing your money.
You don't go past go or collect $200.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, banks, the money you think you make off of what you put in the bank is nothing. It's crumbs.
Yeah, it really is.
0.01%. I've said this on plenty of podcasts, so I'm not going to overly repeat myself with that.
Go check out your bank statement.
Yeah, look at your bank statement, especially if you put money in there, every 2 or 3 times a month or whatever the case may be, and you're trying to save some money. Look at your statement. And don't put money in it for a month. And look at your statement.
Gonna be the same number.
I'm just saying.
I was just about to say that same thing.
I mean, it might go up a couple cents, maybe $1 or $2.
It ain't finna go up much.
But I doubt if it's $1 or $2.
No, that dollar's safe for the end of the year.
And I mean, unless you got a 1% or a 2% APR somewhere, because they still got some 2%, 1.5. Which
I don't know where, but okay.
They're there. They're around. It's
They must be hiding somewhere else.
Yeah, they got to be hiding. But That's where you gotta
they not over here.
You just gotta do your research. You know, if you want your money to make money, you gotta do research. People have this warped sense of understanding that I'm just gonna stack $1,000 a month in there, and that's cool. Then you have plans for that money to do something, right? Mm-hmm. To purchase you something. So it's like you do all this saving so that you can purchase something. When you can cut your time down dramatically, if you put it in an account that's actually going to make you money, or you put your money to work so that it's passively making you money,
right?
So that you don't have to worry about rainy day funds. You have rainy day funds that you can tap into, but you have to be able to make that vehicle go. You have to put the keys in the ignition so you can start it up. And we don't have those conversations. I mean, I do, but people are not open to these conversations because they think it's false. They think it's just somebody trying to scam the system.
Right.
I ain't asking for no money.
Nope.
I'm giving this up free.
Absolutely.
Because y'all need to know. So, that was kind of like one of, I guess you can say, ways of being able to, I guess, dissect what you were saying. Mm-hmm. So there's banks that they will allow or they will approve to be financed through them, whatever the case may be. Uh-huh. But at the end of the day, it's up to the customer.
True.
And
because you're the one that's signing your name on that piece of paper.
I just tell people, why go into responsibility where you have to make payments on a vehicle to somebody else, yet you can have all these assets and just pay for the car cash and not have a car payment. Yeah, we got to have insurance if we want to protect our assets. Sure. Get insurance. But we don't protect our assets just with insurance. I mean, we have to have something set in place so that it's protecting our assets so that, we are not going to be here forever in our life. And we want those assets to go to who we want them to go to. We have to set up a trust.
Yep.
So not getting into that either, because that's just conversation people are not listening to, but then when they actually pay attention to it, it's like, damn, I should have did that years ago. No, do it now. Mm-hmm. What's stopping you from doing it now?
Yep.
But we're going to have these conversations because at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest. I think open banking, you have to be able to do your research. Some of these open banking platforms have great tools, a great system. They have applications that go with their bank that do like budgeting. Mm-hmm. They have their own payment services. They have something as simple as like loan comparison, platforms where they can compare loans with the companies that they will go through when you apply for a loan or whatever.
That's very tight to be able to look and see.
Right.
Okay. Well, if I'm putting or going to request X amount, spit out what it's going to look like for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and the APRs for each of those. I mean,
right.
to have that comparison in one spot and to be able to see it, then you as the customer are able to look and see what works best for you.
Absolutely. But, and this is the other thing, and I'll say this as a disclaimer. Open banks will not replace traditional banks, or I should say a traditional banking system. Mm-hmm. They just they actually complement it, and they complement them and actually give the customer more opportunities or more choices to access things that they wouldn't normally be able to access. and I think personally it benefits them because it gives them that okay, we can literally do this, or we can literally do this where we couldn't at the other bank because they said we had to have so much this, so much of that, whatever,
right. You had to have X, Y, or Z.
Yeah, it's so many different restrictions that you just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
The other thing that open banking has and provides I think, higher security. Because they know the benefit of having open banking, but also you have that misnomer too with open banking. Some people will say, oh, well, you allow third parties to get our information and all this other stuff. It's like, well, most of those banks don't make you sign a consent anyway.
And that's funny that you say that most of the places have third party stuff. Well, doesn't most of the apps you download on your phone have a third party something or other to it? I'm just saying.
I mean,
I'm just saying. Like, if you really look at it, when you're downloading a new app, it'll tell you third party something or other.
Yeah.
If you pay attention instead of just download.
I mean, you got to understand, all banks have to sign, well, I wouldn't even sign. They're regulated to make sure that, customer data is handled, with the utmost secureness.
Right.
And they're transparent with who they share it with. Correct. If they share it. And having that open banking experience, you're signing that third party thing or third party notification that, this is to your knowledge, or just so that we use third party service providers to give you a better experience with the products that could be offered to you. The information we share is blah, 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 blah.
Right. It could just be your name and address.
It could be anything. But the thing is are you going to accept that? And 9 times out of 10, you probably are going to accept that if you understand the gravity of what you're going to be able to get your hands onto, opposed to what your hand's been on.
Right.
And like I said, this is not taking anything away from.
Because are both your hands tied behind the back at this point?
I mean, in some situations, yeah, but I'll say this. Some people are okay in the closed banking because they've been there for so long.
Right. It's what they know.
They have good credit, so they have access to just about everything that a person in the open bank has access to, if not more. The only difference is that you may be able to get yourself educated to where you're not using either one of those.
Yeah, true.
Because you got to think about it. A lot of people are in this digital age are going to digital marketing. I mean, digital banking. Now, I mean, there's some risk there.
True.
But there's
risk with everything.
People have been doing it since before crypto.
Right.
Now that cryptocurrency is in, everybody got e-wallets. And cryptocurrency is an asset.
Sure is.
Believe it or not, some people are banking with their crypto.
True. Because a lot more places though are offering.
It's a big risk.
The ability to pay with cryptocurrency.
They are. They're definitely opening, the opportunities and stuff like that.
They sure are.
It's just weird. Digital wallets are becoming the more popular thing. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. It's whatever is your best way or way that you feel is the best way to keep your money and leave it and let it do what it's going to do is your thing.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you which way is better. I'm just going to give you my opinion.
Right. I was just going to say, we can offer you the information.
Now,
it's up to you what you want to do.
I'm going to say this disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, nor do I give financial advice. I provide financial awareness based off of my experience.
Absolutely.
There's things that I don't know that, yeah, I will be open to allowing people to come onto my podcast and we can discuss that. But what I'm not going to do is have a debate with somebody talking about this is better than that. I don't do that. I don't do debates, and it's not because I'm bad at them. I'm actually really good at debates. I just don't like doing debates because people like to get in their feelings. We can be debating on what car I think is better, and this person is talking about this, and I'm talking about that, and then next thing you know, you done brought my wife into it. Now I got to fuck you up. I'm just saying, this is how the internet has put, steroids in people's nerves and in their brainstem.
And their fingertips as they're typing.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't beef them up. So they got this, that steroid rage where they just, I beat your ass, blah, blah, blah. No, pull up. Pull up. Have that same energy. Pull the fuck up. And then when you pull up, it's all laughing and, oh, man, I was just playing, bro. No, we wasn't just playing. No, we wasn't just playing. I'm here now. Say what the fuck. No, say it. I don't see. That's why I don't do. First off, I'm Gen X. I'm a latchkey kid. I played outside until the streetlights came on.
I know that's right. I did too.
I used to take my fucking glasses and let the sun go through them and burn ants.
Just evil.
Everybody's like, damn, you got some thick ass glasses. No. It's how you reflect the light off your lenses, jackass. You can do it with a plastic bag with some water in it. Not that I'm trying to get nerdy on y'all, but anyway. So some of the other conversations people are having to get off of this idea of banking is people are, going to, they're trying to get out of the banking structure and go to different establishments. One of them is credit unions.
Or the old school method. Put all your cash in your house somewhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, some people are doing that, that's for sure. But
because they just don't trust
let's talk about credit unions.
The banking system at all.
Let's talk about credit unions.
Okay.
Credit unions, a lot of people didn't know this. Credit unions are not-for-profit organizations.
Really?
Yeah. Owned by their members.
Huh. That's interesting. But they have a corporate office.
Some do. If they actually, become really popular, well-known, or whatever the case may be, yeah, some do have a corporate office. People are going to online banks. There are quite a few. Peer-to-peer lending platforms. It's peer-to-peer, platforms. Basically, you cutting the banks out.
Right.
And then, like I said before, digital wallets, of course. It's the other thing that people are trying to, shake their head at and everything else is digital. And I get it. But the thing is, I think people need to realize this, is that the open bank, understanding what open banking is and what closed banking is, should be a conversation, especially if you're trying to grow your money. You're trying to put your money somewhere for a period of time. You're trying to do something with that money within the banking system that they have or whatever the case may be. And then other people were like, why are we talking about banks? Shouldn't we be trying to take our money out of the banks?
Oh, great Mother Denise. Yes.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Love you to life.
But
Mama
I think
Denise.
I think people need to get a better understanding of the simple fact that open banking is just a different banking structure that you need to be aware of and what it has and what it doesn't have.
Right.
Open banking, I think, just in my opinion, gives the customers more choices for their, at their convenience, more choices at their convenience, while also enabling other financial institutions and third-party service providers to develop new programs and new products and services that fit their customer needs. Banks may do that, but they don't do it as consistently as open banks and those financial institutions that they work with, as well as the third parties. So that's it for the podcast tonight, y'all. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Short and sweet tonight.
That's it. Nothing too long-winded, y'all. And these podcasts are going to probably be this. It's going to be these one-hitter quitters. I'm just going to come in and say what I got to say, and I'm out.
Don't forget to go check out the merch store.
Yes.
The link is in the chat.
In the comments on the Facebook Live. So if you're listening to this on Spreaker, go to Facebook, type in That's What I Said. You'll be able to see the lives in chronological order every Tuesday and Thursday, or mostly on Tuesdays and sometimes on Thursday, but mostly Tuesdays and Thursdays. You'll be able to tap into the live. You'll be able to see that pinned comment. Look for it sometime after the 4 or 5 minute mark when I pinned it. And then go to the merch store. I've posted on the fan page on That's What I Said, as well as on my personal Facebook page. So, go on to Facebook, type in That's What I Said. You'll be able to, follow the page and see all the posts and everything. And that post in there will have the link. I don't have pictures of the actual gear because it's on the pop-up shop on Printify. However, what I will do is in the next coming days is try to have some of the merch here so you can see it firsthand. And if it's not in a couple of days, give me about a month, because I'm going to have to negotiate a bulk order so that I can have some of my gear displayed out.
Yeah.
And that's coming. So any last words before we get up out of here?
The last words I have is, as always, thanks for tapping in and tuning in with us on Tuesday. Jump in the chat with us on Thursday, because I am most certain we are going to have an epic conversation. Other than that, have a phenomenal week. I'm out. Peace.
So with that being said, like I always say, with that being said, I need that on a damn t-shirt. With that being said, y'all know what the time it is. We up out of here. We popping out the pot. We popping out the frying pan like fish grease. So hope y'all enjoyed this episode of That's What I Said, because I try to bring y'all, the 100% authentic, real deal, shaking them trees all day in the fields conversation with just no cutback, no questions, nothing. We just out here doing the damn thing because we love doing the damn thing. So make sure y'all tap in and tune in with us every Tuesday and Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the live podcast. Or if you missed the podcast and you want to listen to it back, listen to podcasts wherever you get your podcasts. It's on just about every platform: Apple, Spotify, Google, or like I said, wherever you listen to podcasts. And make sure y'all follow the YouTube channel. I've been saying this for months that we're going to come off of Facebook, but a lot of my listeners and a lot of people that view me are on Facebook. So next month, I will be doing a stream down off of Facebook, and I will strictly be on YouTube. Have a good night, Mama Denise.
Yes, ma'am.
And all of you guys. Too. Enjoy y'all evening. We out of here. Peace.
Thanks for listening to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Make sure to like and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.